All right. Excuse me for 1 second while I go grab my glass of water. Be right back. Hey, buddy. The star has entered the room. Say hi. Remove my cup. Say hi, buddy. Say hi. Come here. Come here. Say hi. Yeah. Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Okay. Oh, you get a little excited. Okay. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. 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 What? What? Let's angle it down a little bit more, huh? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good boy. Yeah. What you doing, huh? Oh, I see one of your toys over there. What's that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Boop. Boop. Oh my goodness. Oh, howdy, whoever hopped on. Hey, Kathy, how you doing? Boop. Boop. Oh, he gets so jealous when he thinks I'm trying to bite his chew toy. Go get it. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. It's awesome. Been a couple of minutes since I've seen you. Yeah. Rah, rah, rah. Yeah, I just hopped on and howdy whoever else is watching. Yeah, I just hopped on, figured, what the heck, been a minute and I'm here and if anyone's got any questions or anything like that, I can answer the curious people about the goings on in the world of Vader and his universe, because it's his universe. We just live in it. Yeah. You'd be very happy to know that little sore on his chest is gone. Now the hair is slowly starting to grow back on it. And yeah. And I see it's growing back slower and it healed slower than I thought it could have, but that's okay. Now he's got one on his freaking his back left ankle. I guess technically it's the side of his foot, but whatever. Back left ankle where he's nibbling and chewing and read your mind. Awesome. And yeah, I mean it's probably a quarter size, maybe a $50 little sore, and it was funny. This morning I wrapped it up. I put a little medicated pad on it and then a little ointment and put a little cotton swab on it and wrapped it up with some elastic adhesive tape. And man, he was being a little bit overly dramatic. He was walking around acting like he was limping on it, even though he wasn't limping on it. Right before I put it on there, I checked to make sure it wasn't too tight. It wasn't too tight. It was just snug enough. Bless his heart, he was not chewing it. Quit. Yeah, as he's messing with that sword as I'm talking about it. Yes, quit, buddy. Quit. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, it's ugly. Anyway, so I wrapped it up. He's acting all dramatic and laying on his bed and like trying to act like, oh, it hurts to sit on it. It hurts to sit on it. It hurts. He looks, I'm like, really, dude, Mr. Drama. and hasn't limped or lifted it in any way, shape, or form since I took the wrap off. It was on for about an hour. But like I said, bless his heart, at least he didn't chew it. So there's progress towards getting him used to having it on, because I'm gonna have to start putting on them regular. In fact, this morning I ordered more of the little elastic adhesive wrap stuff, like when you go get a shot or donate blood or whatever it is. And yeah, so there you go. You can see the top of his head. It's probably more important to see him than it is me, honestly. Oh, there he is. Yep. Man, he loves, I know I've said this before, but he loves that football. We play with it, the little black dots. I put on the community post the other day. There it is. Yeah. The little black dots in it. Those are holes, and sometimes I'll put my fingers in and hook, and then him and I can play a little tug-of-war. I'll get that going here in a minute too. But yeah, man, it's funny. But the minute he thinks I'm biting it, man, he'll jump up and try to get it from me, because that's his chew toy, not mine. What? That's mine, dude. What? That's mine. Boop. What? Come here. Come here. What? What? But yeah, got the fingers in there, and then what? Oh no! What? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, you're not in a tug-of-war mood right now? Oh, really? Oh, is that how it is? Is that how it is? Huh? Come on. What? Although I did, I did realize that sometimes it can be a little painful, because he gets shaking his head real fast, side to side, or clamps down and pinches my finger like he just did. Yeah, it can get a little. Reminds me that's probably not super smart to be doing this, but hey, that's all good. He knows when to stop if he hurts me. So I actually caught that on video this week. Man, we were playing, we were doing something, and man, he got a hold of my hand and started to clamp and saw me jerk. I didn't even have a chance to say ow. He just saw me jerk, man. He laid down just like he is there, put his ears down, and just looking up at me with this little puppy dog eyes, like, "Are you okay, Daddy? Are you okay? Please, please." And as soon as I reached down and let him know that it was good, man, he was right back at playing full speed, man. It was just quite funny. Oh, the lawn dart is your new oh yeah. He loves this thing too, mostly because it's so thick that he can't freaking chew through it or break it. I get him a tennis ball, and I still do, because he loves his little pink tennis balls. And I'll give him one, and 10 minutes later, it's cracked in half. I was like, well, okay, great. I've tried the Chuck It ones, the hard plastic ones that are kind of like these. What? What? The look of anticipation on his face is hilarious. What? Oh, that's mine. What? What? No, that's mine. No. Yeah. But yeah, it's the little Chuck It balls are great. For some reason, he doesn't like those quite as much as he likes just a plain old tennis ball, and it gets annoying when you get him a brand new tennis ball, and 10 minutes later it's already cracked in two, and and then, but you know what? He likes it, so whatever. You get them on Amazon pretty cheap, so whatever. And I haven't tried any other colors. They have the pink tennis balls for quite cheap, and so I just grab a bag of 12 or 16 of them, or 20, whatever it is, and yeah, he'd chase the heck out of them. Plus, they're pink. They don't get lost in the grass as easily as the green ones do. Green or yellow or whatever color regular tennis balls are. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, he just laying down there. Really, dude? It'd be cool if you were a little bit further back. Will you move back? Better. Will you move back? Back up a little bit? Hmm? No? Okay. He sometimes understands the whole backup command, especially when we're filming. I was filming a video on the back porch a few weeks ago, and I had a little gimbal out with my phone on it, and I was trying to work on some camera angles and things like that. And man, he was like right up in the camera. And I just looked, I said, "Hey, dude, back up a little bit." And right on cue, man, he just turned around, walked backwards a few steps, and then stood and was like, "Oh my goodness." The other day, a couple days ago, we were filming, we were filming in here. I was trying to throw some treats and get him to catch them, just little bitty things, and because apparently in slow motion that's kind of funny. So I'm working on trying to get that one, and dude, he was just so close because I had my I had the GoPro camera, and it's got this little attachment. Yeah, so it's called the bite or whatever it is, and yeah, and then I can film right there. I can't talk for anything, but hey, whatever. It's just a cool little attachment. And so we do some of that. And sometimes I just like people to see the facial expressions that I see. And to me, that is really what makes him, well, all kinds of things make him special. Mostly because he's my dog and everyone's dog is special to them. I get that. But man, using the little bite attachment to have the camera right here when I'm either throwing him a treat or whatever, just getting those facial expressions, the eyes. He is so animated, and trying to capture that is what? What? He's sitting there looking up at me like, "Hey, what you doing, Daddy? Huh? What you doing? Huh? Huh? What, buddy? Oh, what? Nope, he ain't interested in that anymore." Okay, but yeah, getting the facial expressions. He's so animated, and there's, with anyone, with a person, with an animal, whatever, you capture really their eyes are the big thing, and and then just his facial expressions, and just trying to capture those. And yeah, but man, he was so close to my original point. Sorry, yeah, my ADHD kicked in for a second, which makes life really interesting for everyone that has any interaction with me or him. So he was really too close to me, and I wasn't able to properly get the angle that I wanted. And because when I tossed something, he'd jump up to get it, and then his head would go out of camera, and I'm like, ah. And I just looked at I took it out of my mouth and said, "Okay, just back up a little bit, buddy." And no joke, just backwards. He just took a few steps backwards, and then I said, "Okay, sit right there." He sat right down and just waited for me to start tossing treats again. Like, oh my goodness. I mean, I wish he minded that well every time, but hey, at least he minds and he understands little commands like that. And oh, hey, what up, Uncle Chris? Flunk. Oh, that's funny. Okay, Schmonak. Inside joke. Me and him went to college together a couple of years ago, 30 or something. Anyway, yeah, young and stupid, and we come up with our own words. I don't know. It was funny, so we just yeah. Anyway, so hey, but yeah, man, he understands the whole backup thing, and he understands certain things ask him to do, but I've never trained him on those things. I get a video coming out. Actually, I'm working on it. I think I think I was working on it yesterday. Might work some more. Anyway, I got a video coming out sometime soon. Maybe this week, maybe next week. But like him and I just play fighting on the couch, just having fun, like we do. And oh my god, I just looked right up, and I looked at him, and he got a little rambunctious or something. And I just did one of these and said, "Okay, time out." And man, you see on the camera, he just backs up, sits down on the couch, and just waits till I give him the cue. Let's start playing again. Like I've never trained him on that. I've never worked with like anything, any way, shape, or form. And I don't think, I mean, I guess maybe it was my tone of voice or my body language or some cue that he picked up on. But the level of intelligence that he displays to me on a daily basis really, really is staggering. And that's something else that I got cameras all around the house and plans to add more until until Steph tells me no. Because I will push and push and push and try to get cameras, and she's already had to put her foot down twice, and I was like, okay, fine. And both of you know very well what I'm talking about. So, yeah. In fact, the other day I was telling her about an idea that I had, and she just like I could see her frustration building a little bit, and then she's folding clothes, and then she just put her head down. She's like, "That's fine." And I looked right at her and said, "No, it's not. Let's talk." But I think that is the first time I've ever gotten the "that's fine" from her, and yeah, I can't help it. Oh my god, it was so funny that I got that reaction, and anyway, yeah. I can't even read what's on the screen because I put my glasses on. Hold on. Yes, 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 Chris. No bathroom cam. No bedroom cam. Pretty much the living room, kitchen, and here was the office. I've gone to calling it the playroom because you'd see uh, his toys. What you don't see is right here to the left of my desk is a big box, one of his two toy boxes, and yeah, I made it a point to try to clean up the room a little bit today, but you know the carpet there, it's looking all nice and neat. I remember Kathy asked me the other day, she's like, "Oh, what is he laying on?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was that rug." That rug all crumpled up and messed up because him and I have been playing and roughhousing. So there you go. Uh, yeah, but that's okay. You just gonna lay here, buddy? Huh? What? Yeah, I guess he's just gonna lay there and yeah. And man, I saw, and this might seem I'm gonna do it. I don't care. Hopefully, I can do it properly with my left hand. This, I'll bring the camera over, the webcam off the computer, so you can see him laying right there, just chilling out. Like, okay, I'm next to Daddy. I'm good. But back there, if you can see, if I can get this camera on his. Oh yeah, right next to his knee. Let's see if I can get it. Sorry, guys, my right hand doesn't work so well, but if let's see if I can make this happen without shaking too much. Right there, there's a little sore on his leg, and right now it's maybe. Let me put this back up. Sorry, guys. Uh, the sore at this point is maybe about 3/4 of an inch long. I actually was going through some footage yesterday, talking to a friend of mine, and I showed him a picture of about a week after I had gotten Vader. And oh man, where's that picture at? I'll find it in a minute. But that sore that I just pointed out, there was no hair on it, and it was maybe 4 inches long, longer than my pointer finger. And it was from him being kept in a cage and maybe fighting to get out of that cage. I don't know what it was, but the fact that it's now down to less than an inch and hair is starting to grow around it and all that. I mean, I've had him just over 7 months now because it was March, actually about this time in March, March 9th or 10th when we got him. And wow, just the amount of change that he has gone through, uh, just nuts. Yeah, man, crazy, crazy. Um, yeah. Anyway, I don't need to search through my phone to try to find that picture. I'll put it up on community feed one day, maybe later. Who knows? But yeah, man, that's just there you go, man. He is attached to me, but like nobody's business. There's a reason why people call Dobermans Velcro dogs because man, he is attached to me. Uh, I have to be careful if I stop and back up or take a step backwards because he might be right behind me so close. Like he walks so close sometimes he touches my calves when I take a step forward. And I'm like, really, dude? But he's right there. But cool thing is he's gotten very, very, very attached to Steph here the last couple of months. And it's crazy, but I've actually had to encourage him to because the first few times that she tried to tell him to do something, he just ignored her and kind of looked over at me and then just like, nope, daddy didn't say it, so I ain't gonna do it. And I remember specifically, we were sitting on the couch one night and she tried to get him to do something, and I said, hey, I snapped my fingers and pointed right at his face and said, boy, you listen to mommy. And man, and I said, now go over and apologize for being mean. And man, he walked right across the couch, sat down on her lap and snuggled up against her. Like he knew, like, oh, I need to apologize. Sorry. And he was apologizing. And I don't know how he understands what I say, but I'm not going to argue because that kind of whatever it is, loyalty, obedience, whatever it is, man. And then ever since then, he listens to her, whatever she has to say. And then, yeah, yeah. And then here, literally the last 2 months, it's gotten where about the only thing that I don't have to worry about is uh, him following her in the truck on the way to leave for work. Uh, she hops in the vehicle, takes off, and first couple of times for a while, man, I say first couple of times, it probably was a couple more than that, but he would just start following the truck out the driveway, and I'm like, really, dude? But he doesn't do that anymore. But man, when she comes around, he just abandons me and takes off. And but it's really neat to see the whole balancing act that his wanting to be next to her and then his wanting to be next to me. The people I got him from told me that Dobermans bond harder with females than with males. I get that and I see it. It is okay, but I spend almost 24/7 with him. And because of that, he stays bonded to me, and that's okay because, whatever, at least it's one of us. But he stays bonded with me pretty hard. But man, if I spend any amount of time away from him and let Steph have him for even a couple of days where I'm just like, hey, I got to go out of town or I got to do this, whatever. Yeah, I'd probably come back to a much different scenario, but that's okay. We just play and have fun and try to be boys. And I more talk to him like a person than anything. I say please and thank you. Don't ask me why, but I do, and he responds to it. I don't say please like I'm begging him to do something. I'm like, hey, come here. And if he looks at me, I say please. And usually when I say please, he'll come over. Uh, let's see. I always say thank you. Oh, he understands. Excuse me. And like I don't have to bump him or anything like that, like or just force my way through. Like yeah, I say excuse me, and he moves out of the way and lets me go wherever it is I'm going. Maybe maybe I nudged him a couple times when I said it, and then now by association, he understands that that phrase or whatever it sounds like to him means hey, daddy needs through, I should move, whatever the reason. uh he understands some of those phrases more so than Brinks, our previous dog, did. uh and bless his heart, Brinks, he was the pit bull, and man, he just wanted to make me happy any possible way. And Vader, to some degree, is like that as well, but it's just different, I guess. Uh, I guess Doberman versus Pit Bull, I don't know, but uh, yeah, the amount of things that he understands that I say, he just blows my mind, staggering, trips me out. How whatever phrase you want to use, it really, yeah, it's just trippy, man. uh, yeah, and then he gets in modes like this where he's like, "Okay, I need a little bit of rest. We've been playing today, yep, he's down there. Uh, yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a cat for you. Beep beep. Yep, that's definitely some stuff that. Well, that's just a cat, but I think yeah, Boogie would do the same thing. Yeah, he's going to move if he wants to. If not, well, you're going to have to pick him up and move him yourself, or go around him. That's cats. But what really, really, speaking of cats, what really, really stuns me, trips me out. After I got Vader, I did a lot of reading on Dobermans, their personality, how to train them, what they do, and just trying to find out about the breed because he landed in my lap. Just he needed rescuing, and so did I. So it worked out, and the neighbor rescued him and got out of the bad situation, and gave him to us because he knew Brinks had just passed. And I forget even what I was just saying. But oh, the cat thing. Yes, the cat thing. Boogie, our cat. I'm surprised. Oh, he's in there because mom's sleeping at the other end of the house. So, yeah, he's in there. But the cat thing, it really trips me out because I did all this reading and trying to understand the breed. Because I'm going to have him for a while. He's not like, okay, I'm just going to have him for a year and then move on to something else. No, that's not what you do. That's not what I do. Like, but everything I read is they're cat chasers or cat killers or whatever it is. And I'm like, okay, this could be a little bit difficult because, well, we have a cat. And, well, guess what? The cat rules the roost right now. So either he gets along with Boogie or I'm not going to keep him. And I was fully prepared, mentally to accept that. And man, he bonded with me and with Steph pretty hard. But the first night, overnight that we kept him, we were watching him like a hawk whenever Boogie was close, and we wanted to see how their interaction went. Boogie, well, being the cat who at that point had been, or well, it's 13 years at this point that we've had him, uh, or 12 years. I take that back, 12 years that we've had him. And, yeah. So him getting along with the cat was the most important thing because you ain't hurting my cat. I'm not a cat person, but we've had him long enough. That is Stephanie's little emotional support animal. But so watching him like a hawk, he was cool. He realized, okay, that cat is part of the family. I'm the new person. I'm not allowed to hurt that cat. Cool, man. So now they're becoming buddies. And I told Steph the other night, and here's something I realized. The interaction between Boogie and Vader will become an increasingly large part of the videos, the channel, things like that. And I think it's because, first of all, no one expected an adult Doberman who was not raised with the cat and a senior cat to be buddies. Man, but watching them play together, it's funny. And it's more of Vader wants to play. He's trying to coax the cat into doing, whatever to play. And it's cute. The cat will play a little bit, but a lot of times it's more the cat like, dude, please just leave me alone. Like he feigns like he wants to play and have fun. Like the other day they were playing and Boogie like went up to swat him in the snout, but no claws out. And then he just paused right before he hit Vader's snout. Like, hey, see my paw, man? It's right here. Yeah, I can hit you, but I'm not going to. And then, of course, Vader's down in his little, like, hey, ha, I want to pounce, I want to pounce. And he's jumping around and doing his thing. And they're just playing around. So even though Boogie is faking whatever that he wants to play, it's still their unique little relationship. And it cracks me up. So I was like, yeah, you know what? That's probably going to become more prevalent, their interaction. And which is okay. I think it's great because it's still, at least to me, it's funny watching them two interact with each other. Because at the end of the day, the little sensitive moments. I had that video I released. It was a month or so ago of just Boogie sitting in the doorway of the bedroom. Dog walks right over, sniffs him, like like just nuzzles his head a little bit, gives him a little rub, and then just turns around and walks away. Like, hey, bud, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. All right, cool. All right, you're not in the mood to play. All right, I'll go over here. Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's not anything special. Maybe that's just what they do. I don't know. But what I do know is that he has fit in beautifully to this little family that we have. And that is really, really made things more fun and also made it easier that I don't have to worry about them fighting like cats and dogs. Like, yeah, because the person I got him from, the first day we brought him over, I said, okay, dude, we'll keep him for a few hours. Just to kind of see, does he like me? Does he like Steph? Does he like Boogie? Or at least can he at least tolerate Boogie without trying to chase him or attack him or anything like that? And does Boogie like him enough to not attack him? Because trust me, Boogie can handle business if he needs to. And I was like, all right, even against an 85-pound Doberman. Well, at the time he was probably about 60 pounds because he was severely dehydrated, severely malnourished. His hip bones, I can't see him. Yeah, anyway, whatever. His hip bones looked like two little Mount Fujis in Japan. Like they just were sticking up, and it was like, oh my God, the dude's got mountains on his, like, wow. So anyway, that's another story for another video for another day. But Yeah, so we just want to see how he would do with me. And you know what? Maybe honestly, maybe I didn't like having him because maybe I don't know whatever reason. There's you know hundreds of reasons I'm sure why we might have chosen not to keep him. So a few hours, then we gave him back, and luckily uh, we could. We had that arrangement set up. So it's like, okay, a few hours, test him out. Okay, cool. The next day, boom, get him. I was like, okay, let's try and keep him overnight. We put him in the crate because he was already crate trained. I guess if you want to call it crate trained, yeah, he was pretty much kept in a crate for most of his first 14 months. That's another story for another video as well. Uh, but he went in the crate and it was cool. Kept him in there one night. He was cool, didn't whine, didn't holler, nothing like that. About 3 or 4 nights in a row. It's like, okay, cool. He's in a crate. Okay. Then one night we decided, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna let him out of the crate and see how he does at night. You know, just being left out of the crate, and we did. And man, I crawled into bed. Man, he crawled right into bed, laid down right on Steph's side, and was like, "Okay, I'm here. I'm cool. Like, I'm okay. Sure." And we kept the crate up for a few more days just in case. And after that, got rid of it. And yeah, we don't keep him in a crate anymore. Yeah, that his experience was very negative with a crate. He's gotten past it, I think. Uh, when we went to New Orleans a couple of weeks ago, uh, we hired a dog sitter from Rover for a day or two because there was a couple places we wanted to go that didn't allow dogs, and was like, well, okay. Well, the dog sitter, she was sweet as can be, is a huge Star Wars fan. In fact, told me her maiden name, and I was like, holy cow. Her maiden name is Vader. I didn't know that was actually a real thing that people could be called. So there you go. So it worked out. And she said, "Oh yeah, every year for Mardi Gras, I dress up as Princess Leia from Return of the Jedi." I'm like, oh, "Okay then, cool." So yeah, but man, walked right into the crate and was like, "Okay," was a little upset that I was leaving and going away, leaving him there without. Just sorry, I got a little upset that I was leaving him the first day, and then the second day we went and got back and got him that night. But then the second day, brought him back, and he walked right in the crate. I gave him a little like, "Hey, I'll talk to you later, buddy." He just sat there. He's like, "Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. I'm cool." So he didn't mind. So he's gotten past the whole trauma of being in a crate, which is good, obviously. Yeah, man, it just, yeah, progress. And, it's hard to believe. Only had the channel around for, well, the beginning of April, 6 months at this point, and had him for 7 months. And just the amount of changes he's made, physically and mentally, is quite drastic. And yeah, yeah, I don't know. I like to tell people he helped me as much as I've helped him. So, yeah, that was a good match. And, I'll tell you this, that's probably a really good spot to end today's live session. Yeah, he's helped me as much as I've helped him. And you guys will get more of that story as we continue with this, because I would like to continue this Sunday Live thing every week. And hey, maybe it'll build. Maybe next week I might have 3 people say something. And maybe the week after that I might have like 4. And, hey, if I get 1 extra a week, yeah. But yeah, that seems like a really good place to end today's live session. And I want to thank whoever's on, Kathy or Chris, whoever's still there. And I will yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. And thank you so much for tuning in. Later, guys.